Welcome, warrior. This is day 26 of your 31 days of advocacy. January is National Human Trafficking Awareness and Prevention Month. Today, I want to talk to you about something very important: sex work and human trafficking. Sex work, those two words you will usually hear in the media, you'll see it in print, you'll hear people say it. We at the Warriors do not believe sex is work, work is sex. We prefer prostituted people. And I'll tell you why. There are several studies, and this is something I want everybody to understand. People hear sex work, sex worker. They think that is of one's free will. They think that is descriptive. They think that my body, my choice. If I want to do this and willing to sell my body, then it's up to me. I want you to understand something about that. I even used to think that way. And then when I started doing my warriors work and met lots of women and some men in the prostitution business, I'll say, I learned, and also from various studies that have been released over the past several years, that upwards of anywhere from 91 to 97% of people in this sex work, I'm using that for shorthand because remember, we at the Warriors don't use that term. Sex work, 91 to 97%, have been forced into it, coerced into it. That is the definition of human trafficking. Remember, here at the Warriors, we call it slavery, the enslavement of people. That is so much more descriptive. So we have to also look at the tremendous push for this sex work, sex worker. I'm here in New York State. Something we are fighting for day and night. It's called the equality model. The equality model, it's a bipartisan bill that we are working on. Sex Trade Survivors Justice and Equality Act simply states, not that any of this is simple, if a prostituted person wants out of that life, the equality model will help them by giving them a safe space to put their head. We'll give them wraparound services, medical, psychological, perhaps job training, all types of things they need to reclaim their lives. I'm trying to keep this very simple because everything we talk about with this slavery is it goes very, very deep. If you were to hear the media, though, it has become normalized, this sex worker, sex work type of thing. Here in New York State, the push is for legalizing prostitution. Now, many people will say, hey, what's wrong with that? That's okay. I'll tell you what's wrong with that. You are also legalizing brothels. You are legalizing pimps. You're legalizing traffickers. The argument being some marginalized communities, this is all they can do, sex work. Their words, not mine. Whereas I always come back with the argument, that's all we can offer to them. Aren't we giving these marginalized communities education and job training and partnering up with companies to have jobs, to have a way to make an income so they're not in this sex work? And I'm usually always met with just a blank, stares. So I want to make you very aware because everybody I mention this to, and just today I mentioned it to two people. I said, do you know this is happening in New York State behind the scenes? And they said, we never heard about this. We don't know anything about this. I'm here to say that you can go to the website equalitymodelnewyork.org. I'll have it in the body of the video to read more about the Sex Trade Survivors Justice and Equality Act, the stats behind all of this, because this is happening around the country, simmering in the background. And why this is so urgent is because we are showing our young girls, our young women, all women, and boys and men too, that it's okay to become a sex worker, that it's okay to allow somebody to buy you. Why that's okay. The minute money is exchanged, they are in the power position. And I want everybody to understand, if somebody is an adult and they want to go out and do this, So be it. I am here to tell you that the demand is younger and younger. We're talking minors who cannot consent, and we're talking horrific situations. So I'll put some information again in the body of the video, but I want everybody to be aware of what's going on behind the scenes, because almost on a daily basis, actually every time I bring up what is happening in New York State, people tell me. I'm trying to think. No, people always tell me they never heard about this. They don't know about this. If it's happening here, remember New York, California are considered leader states with all of this. And so what happens here will eventually trickle down to your community. So we must be aware. We must know what's going on. Realize when I tell you, various studies say 91 to 97% of people in prostitution have been forced, coercion, a victim of fraud, and we're not going to have it anymore. We are going to begin to become educated. We are going to begin to say, no, my child will not grow up and be a sex worker. We're going to commit to helping those vulnerable do better than this. As I sit here talking to you, this is just escalating. The numbers are unbelievable. When kids have grown up around a site like OnlyFans, where we become habituated to all this sexualization, you know and I know none of this is normal. Normal's not even a word I like to use. For lack of a better word, I'm using it. Please honor our hashtag. Let us think about all of this. Think about our children, our young people especially, our future adults, our future leaders. And we're telling them, this is okay. Go sell your body. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. It's not okay. Please honor our hashtag, Community Creates Change. As we go towards the end of January, National Human Trafficking Awareness and Prevention Month, I want to reiterate, every day, every week, every month needs to be human trafficking, human slavery, awareness day, week, month. Please join us. This is the #1 crime in America. We have a chance right now. We have a lot of support to turn this around and to help those who need us most. Think about the kids. Think about our future leaders. I know you don't want this for them. None of us do. Community creates change. Now, get up each and every day and make the commitment to go out and be a warrior.